So hey, what's going on? It's Scruggs here. Yeah, I'm out here in my canopy shed. Check out what I did. I'm not finished yet, but the last time, actually it was last weekend, we had that snow and ice storm, and I had to come out here every hour on the hour and get the stuff off of the roof because it was sagging so bad. So this is what I did, and well, I'll tell you at the end of the video what's going to happen with this. Hold on, let me flip you. So we got this piece here. I had to loosen this piece up, which is done by that little ratchet strap right there. I loosened that up so that I could get, because this piece here is supposed to fold over this, but I didn't want to put holes in that piece, so I just loosened it up and went down to the hardware store, got some 1x6 fence pickets, because that was the cheapest thing that I could get, and I've got these zip tied for now. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to take care of me having to come out here every hour on the hour and get the snow off. But I got some zip ties there. Just put 2 holes on each side. This one I have to do. I'll put 2 zip ties in there. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, I just needed to basically keep it in place. And yeah, hopefully that's going to save me a lot. I still got those 2 to do. My back's starting to give out on me, and I might have to finish this up tomorrow. It's not supposed to start snowing until tomorrow evening. Got me a little propane heater in here. It's been in the 30s. Sorry about that light. I'm gonna tell you what, that's the brightest goddamn light. That's a 100-watt LED light I got off of Amazon, and it lights this whole thing up. But yeah, still got those to do. I'm gonna have to move all that stuff out of the way so that I can get over there. And yeah, so what I would suggest though is, if somebody is buying one of these, and mine lasted, I bought this 3.5 years ago, and it lasted pretty good. But what I'm going to end up doing, if we're trying to decide whether to get a 12 or 14 by 20 to put a prefab to put in this place here where this one is, and do away with this one altogether, or move this one somewhere else. Sorry about that. And but I mean, I really don't need a bigger place, to be honest with you. But if we end up keeping this here, what I'm going to do is, after, you know, in the spring, I'm going to order a canopy that's made for this, because you can get just the canopy itself and not the bars and all. Or I might end up, I don't know, I'm debating whether to buy another whole canopy shed and using these bars here to strengthen that one. The other thing is, on that back wall there, well, I should say, I'm going to flip you around. On that back wall, I like to put T11 siding. Now that's assuming that we're not going to put a bigger shed here, and we're going to keep this one. Put T11 siding on the back, keeping the cover on it. In other words, I'll keep the cover on, the new cover, and then what I'll do is put T11 siding on the front and make me some swinging doors on the front there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw those down with some drill screws from the top. And go with that. And that's assuming, I mean, if nothing else, I can come back and put extra slats in here. But I'm just trying to do this quick before this second snow hits us. But I mean, overall, I really like it. The zipper went bad on this, and I'm gonna have to do something with that. I'm thinking about just taking punching some holes in here and running like a little bungee cord through there to keep it closed, because that failed, and I've only got the one zipper. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody buys one of these sheds, they might want to consider doing this, because if you have a lot of snow, and we haven't had a lot of snow, it was the ice was the main thing, but snow is heavy, you know, and we don't get that much snow around here. So yeah, you might want to think about doing this. This was the cheapest way to do it. Those pickets were like under $3 each, so I spent like about $70-80 for all the pickets. But I was thinking about going with 2, but I'm glad I went with 3, because 3 does better. So and I might just overlap. I haven't decided if I'm going to go in between these slats, but that one I actually got to flip over. I got to redo that one because that's got a bow in it, and then it's bowed in. I'd rather it bow the other way, give it a little extra strength. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing here in my little canopy shed. Yeah, hopefully somebody gets some use out of this. If you're thinking about buying one of these canopies, I highly recommend. And like I said, the cheapest way to do it is just get some picket slats. I don't think I'm going to have any problems. Or if you can afford it, you know, get some 1x6s that's, you know, well, like 2x6s. But I think that's going to be heavy. I didn't want to add a lot of weight to it because I don't know how strong those elbows are. And I've seen some people that have them and they've actually caved in. But as much snow as we get around here, I don't think we're going to worry about that. So hey, what's going on? Getting that snow this evening, and I wanted to kind of show y'all some tips in case you run into a situation like I did and you have to do this last minute, or you already have your canopy shed up. Yeah, just kind of wanted to show I've got about, as you can see, almost all of mine done. I've got 2 more to lay over here, but that's kind of the way that I've laid it out. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, just to kind of save you some time, I'm gonna show y'all what I did. So I hope this helps somebody. Hold on. So I've got this. It is a 1x6 by 6 foot, and it's a picket for like a fence, you know. And they were under $3. They were like $2.70 each. And what I did was I put one up and I measured it. Here you go, you can see this one better. I placed it in place in between. Now this shed is a 10 by 17. It's a Harbor Freight, and I'll put a link to it in the bottom in case you're interested. But I placed the first one in, and then I marked it. You can see my marks there that I marked with a magic marker. And then what I did was I drilled the holes in each one on the sides. And of course I only did one side is squared so that it doesn't poke a hole. Even though it does rub a little bit, it doesn't extend. It's almost even with the pole. And then what I do is I've got some of these, which these are from Walmart, but you can get them anywhere. They're 8-inch cable ties is what they are. And you know, if you get longer ones, you probably don't have to worry about doing this, but I just found that, and I've got longer ones, I just found that doing it this way was a little bit easier, saving me from having to get up and down and up and down and up and down on the ladder, because I got a bad back. And what I did was, I'm gonna see if I can show y'all how to do this. I'm gonna set this up somewhere because let's see if this will work. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm doing with this thing. And I would highly advise, if you're gonna buy one of these, to do this beforehand. And this is what I'm going to do in the summer, is I'm going to take this down if we don't buy a prefab shed. Thread it through that bottom one and come around the back side and just come up to the top and do this for each one, like so. They're not calling for as much snow today, but I wanted to go ahead and get this done anyway, even though my back is all jacked up. Now what I did here was I took 3 more ties and I stuck them down in here like this. And I just kind of did it all even. After doing a bunch of these, I just kind of know the distance. And then on the back side, I don't put any on the end. And this is kind of what I do. I'm gonna see if I can do this. I should have done this with the first one, that one right there, because I'm going to put this one up here next. So sorry for the shakiness, but I'm not bringing my stand out here, because as you can see, I don't have room in here as it is. I take those long ones right there and I put them under that bar, and then I go up and I slide them until they all come out the other side, and then I come over here and then I put this end, I'm gonna switch hands, and then I switch hands and I stick this one under like that, and I push it in, and then all I have to do is get on the ladder and then just put those through the bar, which is fairly easy. You do have to, this strap, you do have to loosen this strap on one end, because that strap actually wraps around this pole. So instead of going around the pole, it's going to tighten down on your wood is what's going to happen. So yeah, and then I just get up on the ladder, I put those in and I pull them down, and then I just come over here. And all I have to do is just hook that one on the left side. That one on the right side is already hooked up. I don't have to stand on a ladder, try to fight both of them at the same time. So I hope this helps someone. I hope this solves my problem. I'll come out here, calling for the snow tonight. But like I said, they're not calling for a significant amount, but I think this is gonna solve my problem anyway. If nothing else, it's a cool idea. Maybe it'll help somebody that really has some snow. Alrighty, I'll bring you back when show you the results, show you what it looks like on the outside. So here's a video of what it looks like now. It's a little tighter on the top, but hopefully if it lasts through this winter, we're gonna redo all this. That's assuming that we don't get a prefab. My wife's saying we can get a prefab. It's just a matter of where she wants to put it, because I want to put it here. She wants to put it back there in that empty spot. I don't want it back there, but we'll see. I like this here because, and the other thing is, prefab is going to have a door this wide so that I can actually get a car in here to work on it when I need be in the wintertime. But this is the final product. We're going to see if it holds up. I don't know how much snow we're supposed to get. They're actually saying that it's supposed to hit North Carolina worse than us now and east of us, which is at Virginia Beach. I kind of reconstructed things in here because of the way that I had to shuffle things around, but actually it gave me more room doing it this way, so it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, so we'll see how things look when it snows. I'm getting ready to go to dump, take a bunch of junk, assuming they're open. They may have closed early, but I can give you a shot around here what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it does. I don't know if y'all can see that. Them trees are swaying. We didn't get no snow last night, so I don't know how my canopy tent's gonna do, but next time it does snow, if we get any, I'll show y'all if it was any good or not. Just give y'all an idea of what we're dealing with now. Hold on a second. We've got freezing winds, but we can get in and out the driveway fine, and the roads, my roads are fine, which is a blessing. I was telling you all that earlier, but this is what we're dealing with now. Everything is just melting, and then at night it freezes, and basically it turns into a sheet of ice. And yeah, so no snow on the canopy tent last night, but in a way we're lucky, because you know the storm bypassed us. But yeah, and it's so thick I can actually walk on it. I'll show you all. I'm gonna walk backwards. Look at this. I'm not even crushing the ice, but yeah, the ice is probably about 3 or 4 inches thick. I went to Home Depot the other day and people were buying sledgehammers and ice picks. Well, not ice picks, I don't know what you call those things. A pick, you know, ground pick, dig holes with, break it ground up. But didn't get to use generator. We still haven't lost electricity, but alrighty. I appreciate you watching. Next time it does snow, I'll film it. Oh, my back's killing me today. But yeah, even with the winds, it's not flapping as much either, because you can see how tight it is. So yeah, we'll see how it does when it does snow. Hopefully it never will. I hate snow. Hate ice even worse.